Hello, and welcome back to Relentless Crash. Hello, and welcome back to our flipped classroom. It's time to go. We got some geography to talk about them Rome. Let's go. All right, we're here. We're in Rome. What an amazing place. You can just see it behind me. I'm getting ready, all right? I'm getting ready to be the best gladiator ever. All right? These guns right here. There we go. These guns right here. Like, look. You don't see my finger there pushing up my muscle. Look at that. Yeah. No one's going to mess with me. Just saying. I'm going to be the best gladiator there's ever been. Better than anyone you've ever seen before. Ouch! Okay, we're moving on. That kind of hurt my hand. Anyways, back to the stuff, you know. I just hit it again. Let's talk about the major physical features of Rome, shall we? There's two big major physical features, and that would be the hills and the rivers. Let's talk about them real quick. So, these lovely places behind me, okay, this is a picture of some hills, all right? So, Rome was built on 7 of these bad boys, all right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Boom. 7 of them. Alright? So, why in the world would someone want to live up on these hills? What are kind of the effects of it? Alright? Well, there are one of the biggest effects of living on these hills was the location could be easily defended by land or sea. Okay? So basically, you're way up at the top of the hill. You're like, you can't get me. I'm way up here. And the people at the very bottom that are trying to take over, they're trying to climb with their bad backs and whippersnappers and their heavy armor, trying to go up these hills. It was next to impossible to take over one of these cities, just because, just the sheer size of these hills that they had to go up with all this heavy armor. So they're like, yeah. Huh. Who's it going down there? Shooting little bows at them, alright? As they're trying to climb up these big hills. Easy defense. Alright? So, that is a big reason why they lived up there. Alright? So they lived on hilltops. At the very, very top. They kind of made their cities on top there, so they're protected. And then their farmland was at the base of the hills. Okay? So they had all their cities and stuff at the very top of these hills. And then they went, and then Farmer Joe, every day, would go down the mountain, down the hill, and would go do stuff with his crops, all the way down the hill, and then come back up when he's done. Alright, so, yes, they basically farmed at the base of the hills. Alright, so what were some of the things they farmed? Well, I'm glad you asked. Because they farmed sheep, yeah, I know, goats, pigs, cattle. Obviously, those 4 things, they're livestock. You're not actually going to grow them in the ground. But they still, alright, had farms down there and everything for that. Now, they also grew 2 things. They grew olives, like this lovely olive field behind me. Actually, that's a grape field, but so grapes right here and olives. Very nice. I'm a little hungry, however. Let me just
So much better.
The next thing we're going to talk about is the Roman rivers. As you can see, I'm in one right now. I know. You guys are so shocked right now that I actually wasn't in the water. What can I say? I'm just a pro at using green screens. You know, just a pro. Anyways, I'm getting distracted from my awesomeness, obviously. But let's get back to the important stuff. Well, the other important stuff, obviously. Let's get to the important stuff. All right, about Roman rivers. Okay, so there was one big river, all right, and that was the Tiber River. Okay, so the Tiber River was this very, very, very giant, long, whatever, river that went through Rome. Okay, so Rome was built 15 miles inland on the Tiber River. Okay, so what in the world, how would this affect them? Obviously, they were smart for living on the hills for defense. What about this river thing? All right, so the river provided a fresh water source for the people and animals and crops. Okay, it was also a means for trade, transportation, and sea access. So basically, you could get on your little boats. And voila, you're at the sea. All right? So that allowed them to go throughout the river, you know, go to other civilizations that are on the sea, trade with them, like Egypt and other places like that, and then come right back with all their money and goods. Yay! Okay. So Rome had a Mediterranean climate, all right? That means that it had hot, dry summers and wet, mild winters, all right? Not too bad of a climate. It's going to be hot. It's going to be warmer than around here, okay? But you know what? It's not too bad. All right, so Rome's location on the peninsula encouraged its development, basically through trade routes, all right? So because it was kind of right there in the middle, everyone kind of was and kind of started trading with them, all right? Boom. It's really good. It was also basically a central location, all right? A location in the Mediterranean, but it allowed Roman ships to sail to nearby lands. All right, so basically, it's in the center, okay, of everything. Everyone had to go around it or through it to trade with anyone else. So they got a lot of money that way. All right, which reminds me, I got to show you guys my lovely trading vessel. Yeah, look at this beauty. It's like 3 horsepower, you know. The mast and the sail make it go super fast. Just saying. And those little holes right there. These little holes right here. You know. Oh wait. Where do I? Yeah. These holes right along here. There we go. Got it. See those? You've put oars there. You just row. That adds a little bit more horsepower. Brings up to like 10 horsepower, you know. Pretty fast. I'm not going to brag or anything, but yeah. But anyways. Alright, so this helped. Back on track. This helped in conquering new territories as well as develop trade routes along those areas. Okay? The Alps and Alpine mountains protected Rome, but did not isolate it. Right? Why do you think it didn't isolate Rome from everywhere else? Think about that for a second. I'll get to it in a sec. All right? So, its large plains made farming easier than in Greece. Okay? Remember in Greece there was all those hills and stuff. All right? So now kind of going back to that last question, why in the world? Okay? Why in the world would the Alps and the Alpine mountains not seclude basically Rome by itself? Well, let me tell you what. If you said because they got that good old river, and you said they got the old good old sea, you'd be big brain. Mm-hmm. Big brain is. All right. So that's a little bit about Rome. I'll leave you on this lovely picture of my ship, if I can point the right way. I hope you guys enjoyed. I hope you guys learned something. And I'll see you next time. See ya.